Hi, my name is Ashley Allen, and thank you for watching this video vlog. In this vlog, I'm going to be discussing about the artivist Jabar Boykin. So, who is Jabar Boykin? Jabar Boykin is a poet from the University of Greensboro in North Carolina, and has also graduated there with an MFA in poetry. Jabar has written a series of poems about the struggles about being a black boy, in which we see in his book called Whatever Happened to Black Boys. Throughout the book, we see the stories that black boys from the past and present tell from their perspective of the certain issues they face in society, and he also writes from some of his personal experiences as well. We know that poetry can have an appeal to an audience's emotions, so poems can be well associated with pathos, and with that, he uses this a lot in his poems along with his personal experiences to really capture the audience's emotions to help better understand these issues that black males faced in the past and face today. Of his book, his audience is mostly towards for African Americans, but I think that is actually much bigger than that, as his audience reaches to other people who want to know and just be informed of these struggles and other people who are of color who face similar struggles. In his book, he wanted to make his personal experiences and stories that were told to him sound magical in a sense that we see in his poems, more specifically, the poem called Here's What Happened to My Father. This poem talks about a boy whose mother is telling him about the story of a man who comes across this old abandoned plantation house where he sees these household items that are actually the spirits of slaves who warned the man of the blue-eyed monster. And I think that this kind of shows the struggles of blacks against the blue-eyed monster and how it affects them. As Jabar said, his motivation behind writing poetry was to show the experiences of black boys and the struggles that they have been through in the past and present, as said before. I think that the way Jabar delivers his poetry really captures his audience's attention, and just the way he writes his poem, his style that he uses, in which his style of that kind of mimics the flow of music, which music was a big inspiration actually behind some of his poems. The historical context of the book is mostly within that era of slavery, which has led to the oppression that African Americans faced back then and still unfortunately face today. So I think it's such a great thing that Jabar uses poetry as this type of medium to let people everywhere know the struggles that African Americans have faced so that it will never be forgotten. And I think that it's super important that people never forget that. Just talking to Jabar, getting to ask him questions, and just hearing him speak about all of this has really been a great experience and an eye-opener, and I hope to hear more of great artivists such as him and be even more enlightened.